Talladega County. I would not want to be in Oak Grove right now. If I were in Oak Grove, I want to be inside with safe shelter. Now, none of these storms are severe, but my goodness, is that rain not coming down on First Alert Sky Vision. So we were watching this thunderstorm approaching earlier, and now the sky is just letting it out, letting all that rain out. Very heavy downpours going to be reducing visibility. You want to flip those lights on this evening because you will need those headlights on to see with this low visibility with this heavy rain come through. And we also had some heavy rain that came through Nectar earlier. First Alert Sky Vision still showing some raindrops on the camera there, but you notice in the wake of this rain, some spots we're beginning to see some more low-lying clouds and fog developing. So I do expect we'll likely see some fog developing for tomorrow morning as well. Now, as these storms have moved through, they've been weakening a little bit, but I think a big issue with these storms tonight is going to be their potential to produce some very heavy downpours. So you can see some of the heaviest rain now is pushing east of I-20/59, and we do have some heavier rain here along I-20 actually, where we've got some torrential downpours that we were seeing closer to Pell City, up towards Coal City, Asheville, Alpine Bay. And check out the intense lightning. Over 170 lightning strikes possible with this storm as it moves away from Moody and Lawley. If you've got to travel along I-20 in East Alabama, anywhere from Lincoln, Anniston, I would be very mindful that this storm could be bringing some heavy rain your way within the next 60 minutes or so. And of course, that lightning, when thunder wars go indoors, we mentioned that thunderstorm that has been bringing some torrential downpours to Talladega County. You look here around Sylacauga, up towards Ledbetters, down towards Stewartville, along 231. That's where we're getting some of that heaviest rain. Not out of the question that there could be some small hail falling within this storm as well, north of Weguffka. But along 231, if you've got to travel along here, a first alert for those storms headed your way, and along 280 as well. So over the next 60 minutes, those are just a few of the storms we're tracking. The rain and thunderstorm activity will continue to push south and east away from I-20/59, and we'll still keep storms around for the next few hours. But I think after 9 o'clock, we'll begin to see a lot of this fading away and setting us up for a foggy start, a muggy start, and a warm start for tomorrow. But for the rest of the night, we'll continue to see those rain chances slowly dwindling, and then as we get into tomorrow, pick them right back up again into the afternoon hours. But we'll be tracking the storms here on Weather Extra. We got a lot coming up tonight. Let's see what is ahead on the show. Of course, we're looking ahead to that weekend forecast. Matt and Mickey have an update on the drought monitor. With all the rain we've been seeing today, it's like, what drought? But if you're getting sick of the heat and humidity, how about a little countdown to fall? And we also want to talk about not just record-breaking heat here in the U.S., but across other parts of the world, and what impact that heat could be having on Canadian wildfires. And meteorologist Tanima Shell shows us the weekend forecast. We'll be right back.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Good Day Alabama.
A new morning comes with preparing right, because while you slept, news broke.
We have new information from that breaking news that happened this morning.
While you head out, the storm we gave you the first alert for is on its way in. And as the key turns the ignition, your shorter route to work is being found.
Avoid 459 southbound completely because of a crash.
A new morning means everything you need for a good day is on Good Day Alabama, always on your side.
The First Alert traffic you need to get you there safe and on time. Tomorrow morning, everything you need for a good day is on Good Day Alabama.
You're late, out the door, and on the go. Don't worry.
Good Day Alabama continues all morning long.
And wherever you watch, this is what you need to know right now.
More reporters on the streets with more hours of news when you need it. Everything you need for a good day is on Good Day Alabama. knowing first is everything. First Alert Weather.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan here. Well, it is certainly feeling like summertime outside. We got the heat, humidity, we got some storms coming through. So when the heck is fall going to be here? Just wondering. And you may have noticed too, now that we've gotten away from the summer solstice, slowly but surely we're going to be eroding away at the daylight hours as we take it. Oh, is that you? Oh my gosh. I thought that sounded like a ghost. Okay. Anyway. Listen, that sounded real weird. I think I may have an ear infection or something. Something sounds off in my ears right now. Anyway, TMI, let's get to Matt and Mickey, and apparently our resident ghost here in the studio for an update.
All right, Mickey, we are talking about July.
Dun, 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 dun.
So let's talk about the things you need to know about July.
Dun, 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 dun.
So the sunset times.
Yeah.
Starting to get a little earlier.
Yeah, they are. We were at 8:01 p.m. We are today. And then it starts to get, the days incrementally get shorter until we eventually get to the winter solstice. But it's going to take its sweet time.
Yeah, 7:12, by the way, is sunset by September 1st.
How about that?
How about that?
So the day's getting a little bit shorter. Now tomorrow we have a sunrise at 5:43, but by September 1st, we're talking 6:21.
What?
Yeah.
Yep, so that's what we're going to be tracking.
It says it on television, so it must be true.
Well, I put it there, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm hoping it's true.
All right.
Here's a look at those average high temperatures. It's true. We're looking at lower 90s. That's where we usually average in July and in August. It doesn't start to cool down a little bit until September, where we normally see those highs in the mid 80s. So
And over the next 7 days, we're pretty close to that number.
yeah, we are. So nothing extreme, we will take that. That's what it should be. And then of course, lower 70s where we should be for morning temperatures in July. That stays with us in August. And when, like I said, we don't start seeing noticeably cooler temperatures really until October or so.
So we're kind of at the hottest period of the year, and it turns out some of the wettest days of the year.
Yeah, we get the heat of the day and added humidity, get those pop-up showers and storms, so that gives you lots of opportunities for rain. March is one of our rainiest. It is the wettest month of the year, but July can be pretty wet. We can average about 5.5 inches of rain, which we need some rain. This is from June. The average rainfall we would typically see in June about 4.5 to 5 inches, but we only recorded 1.5 inches of rainfall in Birmingham, almost 3 inches in Tuscaloosa, and a little over 3 inches in Anniston. So everybody a little bit below average, believe it or not.
So you're saying June was a little dry?
Just a little dry. Just a
little
little
bit
dry.
parched. Okay, your average rainfall in July, though, 5.5 in Birmingham, a little over 4 in Tuscaloosa, and 4.5 in Anniston. And, well, we're getting started here in the month. We're right on track, aren't we?
Yeah, we got about 1 inch or so each area, and like I said, we got plenty of opportunities. But let's talk about the drought monitor. Just issued this morning. You see lots of drought across the central United States going up towards the Great Lakes. Here across the southeast, we've had some spots a little bit drier than usual. And notice northwest Alabama, northern portions of Alabama, we're looking at a abnormally dry to even a moderate drought. But for most of central Alabama, we're looking pretty good.
So as far as our area is concerned, a little bit into West Alabama.
Exactly. So here's how much rain we could see over the next 7 days. And I think a lot of this, Mickey, might end up happening as we go into Sunday to Monday. That looks like our best rain chances.
Yeah, it looks like Sunday evening and Sunday night and Monday morning might see a little bit of shower activity.
Now, I know you love summer, but let's just be real. A lot of people are already excited about fall. I'm excited about fall.
Are you excited?
I'm a little excited about it. You know
Is
why?
fall your favorite?
You know why?
Oh, football.
College football.
Well, it's just because you go to University of Georgia. That's where you went to. He was in a band in University of Georgia. Did y'all win any national championships then?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Alabama did.
Yeah, they did.
Yep,
Yeah, they did.
sure did.
So
And
we're
Auburn.
59 days away until Labor Day, and then the first day of fall. I don't know. The trumpets doesn't sound as good for fall as they do summer. Anyway, that's coming up in 78 days if you're counting.
I'm counting.
Okay.
Yeah, can't wait for some cooler temperatures.
Can I see your fingers?
No.
Because I was going to count on you.
No.
All
All
right.
right.
That. That's weird.
All right. Yeah.
Mickey calling anyone weird is a bit of a stretch. But anyway, Latin America is bearing the brunt of warming temperatures. A new report from the World Meteorological Organization says temperatures there have risen about 1/3 of a degree every 10 years over the past 30 years. That's the highest change since record keeping began in 1900. It's hitting Mexico and Caribbean the hardest. The WMO says it has fueled more tropical cyclones like Hurricane Fiona, which caused $2.5 billion of damage in Puerto Rico last year. It's also contributing to floods and landslides caused by heavy rainfall and the melting of glaciers in the Andes Mountains. Well, parts of Canada are dealing with above average heat also this week. On Wednesday, Ontario, Quebec, British Columbia, and the Northwest Territories all were under heat advisories. And those heat advisories are expected to continue into the weekend. Thomas Daigle has more on the impact those temperatures can have on Canadians' daily life and how they could increase wildfire potential.
With near record temperatures sending families to the beach in Quebec City and seeking shade in Toronto.
Definitely, I don't like it.
This summer's already proving a scorcher for millions of Canadians as heat warnings are hitting early in the season and they're expected to last through Thursday.
I'm melting. It's hot.
The sun making hard work outside even more grueling.
Just like hanging out in God's frying pan, that's all it is.
Climate scientists warn extreme heat is only becoming more common. There's evidence this week the planet already experienced its 2 hottest days ever recorded, and today might break the global record again.
The climate crisis is a health crisis. The World Health Organization has said that climate change is the greatest threat to global health of the 21st century. So we have to treat it like that.
For communities battling wildfires, more heat now is leading to dry conditions that could spark more flames and smoke.
Any area is at play here in the coming few days for new fire starts.
Combined with the intense heat and humidity, it means an even greater risk for anyone with lung problems.
We saw a lot of people with asthma-related issues from the pollution. So combined together, it's a pretty unexpected and unprecedented time for us in the emergency room.
And hospital emergency rooms are also seeing patients with heat stroke and heat exhaustion. Experts advise those at risk to stay indoors, especially during the hottest time of the day, which is basically early in the afternoon, mainly around 12 to about 4 p.m. And speaking of those record high temperatures, well, several heat records have been broken across the United States, with more predicted to fall as extreme temperatures scorch multiple regions, coast to coast. New data on Thursday reveals, which is today, last month was the planet's hottest June ever recorded. And Laura Aguirre has more with this and what's driving up these temperatures.
Planet Earth just had its hottest days on record ever. The world's average temperature Tuesday and Wednesday just under 63 degrees Fahrenheit. The previous high was in August of 2016 when it was around 62.5 degrees. This from 2 climate tracking agencies in the U.S. and Europe. Now, 62 degrees may not sound high, but weather experts point out it includes half the planet that is in winter right now. And in the coldest regions like Antarctica, melting ice means the Earth is reflecting less sunlight and absorbing it into the darker colored oceans, pushing up temperatures. In the U.S. Wednesday, several heat records were tied or broken. Cities in Texas, Georgia, and across the Pacific Northwest setting new highs. In White Salmon, Washington, residents are dealing not only with heat, but wildfires. The Tunnel 5 fire has charred over 500 acres so far, while anxious residents across the border in Hood River, Oregon, look on.
This west wind's going to just come in with a vengeance.
When you see those flames just going up the side of the hill, yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
No injuries yet reported there as firefighting efforts continue. But officials warn that isolated dry thunderstorms could ignite new fires in the region. Some scientists say the El Niño weather pattern combined with the evolving climate crisis means more heat records could be broken before year's end. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
A major windstorm has caused damage to parts of Yellowstone National Park. Take a look at this. Wednesday, workers were busy cleaning up sections of the national park after the storm blew down hundreds of trees in the southern portion. No deaths or injuries, thankfully, were reported due to the severe weather, but the fallen trees did hit multiple structures and vehicles, including a building adjacent to the Lake Hotel. That building and 3 cabins were evacuated and are currently closed for cleanup and repairs. The storm also caused a power outage, and officials warn some areas are still without power.
Well, cleanup efforts are expected to continue into the next week as well. So coming up on First Alert Weather Extra, we're actually going to look at that forecast for you right now. Let's check on our First Alert Sky Vision from McWane Science Center. You can see a cloudy sky across downtown. We actually just had some rain move through Birmingham. And so check it out. Let's knock the temperature down to 76 degrees. Ain't mad at it. Is it still muggy? Yeah, but at least it's not as hot, right? So we got that going for us. But in Birmingham, still looking a little overcast right now. Going into the evening hours, we'll continue to see a chance of storms at times. You can see some rain nearby on our First Alert Sky Vision from downtown Tuscaloosa. But generally, once this rain moves out of here over the next few hours, for those who are still seeing it, it will be a quieter evening. Some of the most intense thunderstorms we're looking at right now are from Pell City down towards Talladega and closer to Rockford, where we've got some very intense rainfall that is pushing to the southeast. We'll go ahead and give a first alert for areas like Clay County over into areas like Calhoun County that these storms will be headed your way within the next 60 minutes. And then some light to moderate rainfall filling in on the backside of that main batch. We also have some thunderstorms south of Aliceville near Sumter and Greene counties that could be bringing some cloud to ground lightning. So as we look at tomorrow's forecast, still a chance for some scattered thunderstorms during the afternoon and evening hours. It looks like during the morning, looking fairly dry. I wouldn't be surprised to see some fog develop. We've had all of this rain this afternoon, so fog likely going to develop in the wake of the rain by tomorrow morning. But otherwise, tomorrow morning, just warm and humid, more hot sunshine, and then more clouds beginning to bubble up in the afternoon as we begin to see more thunderstorms develop. We're not looking at an organized severe threat for tomorrow, but there is going to be that potential for the possibility of storms that could produce some heavy downpours and some frequent cloud to ground lightning. So looking at the futurecast here, again, I mentioned storms will eventually clear away. I think by 10, 11 o'clock, any rain should be out of here, setting us up for a partly cloudy sky for tonight. Starting off tomorrow morning dry, just be mindful of any patchy fog on the roads. And then as we get into tomorrow afternoon, right at lunchtime, beginning to see the possibility of a few showers and storms developing. These storms that come through tomorrow, some of them, if they're on the stronger side, could produce some gusty winds, but just make sure you're staying up to date on the First Alert weather app for Friday. Whatever your Friday evening plans may be, it will let you know if there's any lightning nearby, if you're going to be hanging out by the pool, maybe grilling out or going out to dinner. When thunder roars, go indoors. I know we preach that a lot during the summer months, but we just want to make sure you're paying close attention to the weather. So we'll be keeping an eye on these storms tonight as well. But as of right now, things are a little bit quieter here on Red Mountain. But a lot of you are wondering, what does the weekend hold? So we bring in now meteorologist Tania Michelle. Tania, do you think we could see any storms for that weekend forecast?
Yeah, Lauren, sadly, yes. Scattered showers and storms continue through your weekend. Sunday, as of right now, looks like the wettest of the weekend. But I still think there'll be plenty of breaks with those showers and storms for you to catch. Dry conditions, some more sunshine. But here we are looking at Friday. Live at the Plaza occurs tomorrow from 6 to 9 p.m. in Tuscaloosa at Government Plaza. If you're headed out there, there's mainly like an isolated chance to occur for some showers or maybe an isolated storm to occur. We're expecting temperatures to start in the upper 80s around 6 p.m., cooling down into the lower 80s just by 7 p.m., and then cooling overnight into the 70s. But then we look ahead at those chances for those showers and storms. So let's look at it. Here we are Saturday morning. There could be some showers across the area. It looks like some wet weather will likely build in the afternoon and evening, and we'll get a break in the late morning hours. Here we are at 12 p.m. on Saturday. Looks like a little disturbance building in towards northwest central Alabama, and we can see some more isolated to scattered showers and storms in your evening. So here we are 5 p.m. looking at far north and east areas, and then counties far north and west, Lamar and Marion County by about 5 p.m. and then more more of that wide coverage in terms of those scattered showers and storms as we bring in Saturday night. But then here we are Sunday. Sunday looks like we'll get maybe not as many breaks to catch some dry weather. But here we are 10 a.m. Looks like some clouds building in across the area. We can see some showers along East Alabama. And then as we bring in the afternoon, it looks like showers and storms are likely into your afternoon and evening. Here we are 10 p.m. Could see some stronger storms down southwest central Alabama. So like Lauren was saying, you definitely want to be prepared as we bring in this weekend. But the next big thing is really just the hot conditions, and with the moisture in the air, it's muggy too, hot, humid. Okay, so here we are looking at that heat index as we bring in the weekend. Friday could easily, some areas, reach the triple digits or upper 90s is how it could feel outside. 103 degrees is how it could feel on Saturday. It looks like our heat index values are on the decline as we bring in Sunday and possibly Monday of next week. So hey, that's some good news to hold on to. But if you're looking for something else to enjoy, maybe you want to head out to the Marble Valley Festival, Hamilton Place in Sylacauga. That's from 10 to 5 p.m. It looks like we'll start nice and dry just around 10 a.m., but there is a chance for those scattered showers and storms throughout your afternoon and into your evening. Another hot day in store. We just talked about those heat index values, far in the upper 90s and low 100s, but temperatures are expected to reach the low 90s. And then here's a quick glance at that muggy meter for the next couple of days. It's going to be humid for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. Be sure that you're taking all summertime precautions, drinking lots of water, and layering on that sunscreen multiple times throughout the day. But of course, we're going to have more updates on your forecast on First at 9. I'm going to send it back to Lauren with Lauren. What you got? Oh no, we're going to break. We'll be back.
We heard the first alert. Mom says we have to go. She says I don't have time to grab any more toys.
Need to be in your tornado safe place. Get there right now as you have.
We have to get to our safe place because sometimes when you hear the siren, it's too late. That's why she says knowing first is everything.
We know weather can be grab the umbrella or jogging shoes, but it's so much more. It's a science, an art, led by knowledge and experience.
And no one has more of that than a WBRC First Alert weather team.
Warning you first with more hours committed to you. And the first forecast built to see weeks, days, and even minutes ahead, right down to where you live. From the team you trust on your favorite screen.
Doing the weather better. The WBRC First Alert weather team, always on your side.
The first alert is more than a warning. It's a promise. A promise to get you out of harm's way with plenty of time to spare. 4 walls and a roof can be replaced. Lives can't. That's why knowing first is everything. First Alert weather.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan here. A young woman recently got the shock of a lifetime while peacefully strumming her guitar at home. It was a hawk sneaking up on her and her dog and making for a chaotic moment that turned into a viral video. CNN's Jeannie Mose reports.
Watch this video like a hawk, because the hawk on the railing is going to sneak up behind Nikki Kundanmal. She may be contemplating giving up guitar, but the hawk is contemplating dropping in for a snack. Nikki may be blissfully unaware, but her feisty little dog Cushy started going nuts.
Hey, no barking.
To warn her about the hawk.
Cushy, quiet.
Nikki notes she yells out for her roommate who moved out months ago. as her energy drink spills onto her laptop, but the energy in the room only intensifies. The hawk screeching, the bowl flying, and then silence reigned. The bird flew the coop. Commenters called this little TikTok video a cinematic masterpiece. Okay, maybe it wasn't Hitchcock's The Birds, but it left viewers in suspense. Did your laptop survive? Nikki declined to do an interview, telling CNN, "I've been very overwhelmed, but everything is good here." After all, the hawk didn't get tangled in Nikki's hair like this woodpecker did.
Why is that thing on your head?
Brittany Bronson's brother had to untangle its feet, and the hawk didn't mimic this parrot.
One just landed on the umpire.
But it sure made a hero out of little Cushy, who got off his tushy to defend Mom. Jeannie Merce, CNN, New York.
I almost want a hawk to fly into mine and Tania's homes now to see if Mocha and Ophelia would step up to the plate and defend their mamas. We'll see. If any hawks are watching, please, for the love of God, don't do that. That was a big old joke. So let's look at the 7-day forecast here. I do still think we're going to see some scattered showers and storms for Friday, but it really looks like elevated rain coverage will be up Saturday through Monday as the disturbance passes through, and we could possibly see a good 2 to 3 inches of rain across parts of Alabama. And then looking a little drier next Tuesday before back to that typical summer pattern, hit or miss storms. And spoiler alert, every day it's going to be hot and muggy, so your best chance of cooling off is going to be some rain in the forecast. But you can get an updated look at the forecast coming up tonight on First and 9. And join us here weeknights at 6:30 on Weather Extra on your favorite streaming platform. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan. Have a safe and happy Thursday evening.